It's the end of the day with Ray. Hello, my friends. Okay, I want everybody to imagine with me, if you will, that you're having a conversation with two gamblers. And you ask the first gambler, you say, man, why'd you pick that team to win? And that gambler says to you, well, they're from my hometown and I like their uniforms. That's why I picked them. And then you ask the other gambler, well, why'd you pick that team to win? And that gambler says, well, I looked at the data. You see, I studied the data of both teams. I know everything about both teams and all their players. And if you look at the data, the odds are that the team I picked was going to win. So I went with the data. I picked the winner. And then if you look at those two gamblers and you look over time, you realize the one that was using the data, well, they're really rich at it. They know what they're doing. The one that picked the team because they were from the hometown or they liked the color of the uniform, they didn't do very well. They were a hobbyist gambler. This gambler over here was a professional. Sometimes I look at my friends in the imaging channel and I ask myself, do we have hobby dealer owners or do we have professional dealer owners? Do we have dealer owners that are looking at data, so they can pick how to win in the future? Are we looking at data so we can pick what we need to pick to stay relevant? Or are we looking at the data because we like the machines, we like the uniforms, we like the current circumstances, we like status quo? So let's just bet on all that, continuing on just a little bit longer. Folks, we're in an evolutionary event, and it's very disturbing. It's very disturbing that I don't believe our industry is looking at data. They're not looking at it near hard enough. And I know that most of y'all believe and know that I'm a big fan of NextEra. I just had Wes on Friday at the end of the day with Ray. But the reason I'm a fan of NextEra is because Wes has the damn data. And if you don't like Wes and you don't like NextEra, look at the damn data. Folks, we got to start looking at the data like the gambler looks at the data to win. Not the gambler that looks at the data to hopefully continue on just a little bit longer in comfort. Because it's not about comfort. Evolutionary events are painful. And if we don't start paying attention to data, we are definitely going to be circumvented by the innovators who do. And the innovators right now, they're looking at market realities. Market realities is data. We can deny them, or we can really study them. Hertz Rent-A-Car, they saw the data from the rideshare industry. They saw it was taking all their business travelers away from them, and they ignored it. We'll be all right. Let's make our cars fancier. Let's lower the price of our cars. You see what they were doing? They were making all their decisions based on building a relationship up with the car, not building a relationship up with the desired outcome of the customer, which was to get to point A to point B, and Uber did it just fine. Did it more convenient. Dealer owners, manufacturer executives, look at the data like the gambler gambling to win. Don't look at the data, dismiss what you don't like, pick the team based on the color of the uniform, and hope it all works out. Because hoping it all works out after an evolutionary event is a recipe for total disaster, but not for everybody. Print's not going away. Print's going to modify, print's going to change, and those innovators, well, they're studying the data. Those innovators, they're studying market realities. And those innovators, they're going to come after your great relationships, been saying it for a long time. My friends, I'm going to end this the way I always do. Status quo is the killer of all that will be invented. Please don't get stuck in status quo, and I'll see you all tomorrow.